See, normally when I was making my YouTube videos, I had a theme. Bane, because I like Bane. He's a really great comic book character. One of the things I like about Bane is that he grew up in a prison. Life gave him a very tough lot in life, but he chose to hold himself to a higher standard. Still got educated, still strove to be the best and defeat the best. You know? Really good inspirational character. Very, very, very good. Not to mention, I have Spanish in me, so I like the mask. Now, not so much. Because I don't have my Bane mask. Yeah, it really is not so much. I can still make the videos. Can't wear the mask because the mask got stolen. But that's beside the point. 30 years of living on this planet. If you listen to what the first black president says, a brother like me that goes to college, wears really nice pants, belt tied down, does not exist. If you listen to the first black president, black fathers that raise their children, doesn't exist. Instead, he wants to go and, even though he is a brother, he wants to go and tell brothers to pull the pants up. That's funny, because you're an educated brother, and you know that there's other educated brothers out there. Not just educated brothers, but also educated sisters, too. Shouldn't you be acknowledging the best in the community? You would think. You would think. Now would you? You would think. You really would think. But apparently, I'm non-existent in this society, and that's the point of this video. That's the point of this video. It's always like that in the community. You know, the renegades, the jocks within a group are always the one that get acknowledged. Those that are into chess, the nerds, those that try, they're not the ones that get acknowledged. It's been a portion of my life being a groundskeeper. Taking care of lawns. Pulling out weeds. Hard labor. In the middle of the damn fucking crack of dawn to late evening. You would think, you know, nice working man's job. Society would reward you, appreciate you. You know, be able to come home to a loving wife, kid. Not even a little. Other dudes can do that type of work. Get a woman, fall in love with them, head over heels. House, wife. Do the same work. Can't find one girl. Never enough time. Never enough. All that taxpayer money. Where does it all go? To a society that doesn't give a damn about me. I spent all this time getting educated. Thinking, sheepskin and the degree give me respect. Being a law-abiding citizen will give me respect. Busting my ass off, staying in shape, staying healthy will give me respect. Does it? Does it do any good that I maintain a low blood pressure? Does it do any good that I stay educated? Does it do any good that I not only stay in shape, but I keep my blood sugar levels low? Does it do any good? I don't know. Do I get any respect? I don't know. If you want to go by my personal opinion, no, it doesn't. If you want to go what my parents would say, they would say I have to be patient. I'm close to finding a forge so I can make myself a sword. I don't want to make a new sword. I want my old one back. Bought it fair and square. Shouldn't have to make a new one. "30 years living in this world, and I'm wondering why. 30 years. Didn't ask to be born into this world. Little kid. The little rascal. I go and I think, I salute the flag. People gonna love me. I learn and I accept their propaganda. People are gonna love me. I bust my ass off at work. I think people are gonna love me. I think we're gonna end up like every other Joe. Wife, kids. Call it a day. That's what I thought. Can't find honesty and loyalty in a woman for the life of me. In terms of respect, I got 3 screws stuck in my hand. But me being me, that's not going to stop me from, it's not going to stop me from being strong. It's not going to stop me from persevering. But it does make me wonder. And I'm having people around, like, so, what's the word? Uneasy at Vladimir Putin because he's starting World War III. He hasn't started it yet. That no-fly zone will. They're so uneasy about that. I'm all like thinking to myself, that's funny. Because if you watch both newses, you would end up seeing what both sides are saying. You see, America is a hypocrite. I love my country, but they're hypocrites. And they work the people to the bone. I mean, literally, everybody has to be taxed and worked to pay off a debt that the government owes. And they're constantly raising that bar. And the moment the people ask for just a little relief, just for a little bit of mercy, the government wants to act like, oh, such a big deal. They're not the ones working off the debt, we are. Big difference. Anyways, on topic. So, what you end up having in a situation is this. America goes out of its way and tells other countries to get rid of their domestic terrorists by force. Now, does America get rid of their homegrown domestic terrorists by force? No. People, and even myself, will go and say, well, does the domestic terrorists that are here in this country, are they as widespread as the others are? True. They are as widespread. You can find every last one of those homegrown domestic terrorists that are here in this country, in other countries too. Because American culture is in other countries. The good and the bad. So you can't go and say, well, one country's homegrown domestic terrorist is worse than another. That's not true. If you want to tell another country to get rid of their domestic terrorists, you have to get rid of yours first. It's as simple as that. Set the example. Walk the walk instead of talking the talk. Next thing. We do not like it when Russia goes out of its way to try to set up missiles along the lines where Cuba is or South America is. We don't like when Russia tries to do that. We do not like it when Russia tries to recruit South America into its grand scheme of things. We do not like it. Now, you would think that we do not like it, that we're not going to do it to another. But that's not what ends up happening. You look at RT News, you would end up seeing NATO, as well as America, using Ukraine and other countries along the line of Russia's border, using those countries as a launching pad to strike Russia. So we don't want Russia to do it to us, but we have no problem doing it to Russia. When the Russians and Vladimir Putin has clearly said, these are Slavic people, we are Slavic, we don't want to have any problems. American news is so far into propaganda that it's not even funny, that it would actually think people, well, I shall rephrase my words. The American media honestly thinks that people will actually believe their propaganda when they say Russia is attacking its own troops. Okay? A professional force like Russia, a professional force like China, attacking their own troops when they're making an escape route. Really? That's believable, huh? What would cause that? Is the question. What would cause that? Here's the thing. It's more logical and more practical that a country prolific in chess, prolific in geniuses, would not do that. It was more likely that Ukraine is attacking Russian troops as they're trying to evacuate Ukrainians. Russia is known for having some of the most intelligent people on this planet. Same thing with China. And you want us to believe something that is beyond illogical. To a country that is nothing, if anything, on what Russia is, they are logical. They are intelligent. They are strategic. And they are methodical and surgical. I find that funny. I find that funny. I love my country. But our leaders are going to be the death of us. It's as simple as that. They are barking up trees that they shouldn't be barking up. And they're facilitating people. Literally leaders that don't have their best interests in mind. And the people that are going to have to pay for it is us. That's fucked up. If they can't prevent all of this fucking stuff from happening, duly so. Prevent it all from happening. But at the end of the day, I'm one of those people that I ain't gonna bat an eye when World War III happens. Because too many people think that they can walk into this country and do whatever the hell they want. Took an arm and a leg to get my birth certificate back. It's taken me an arm and a leg to get my degrees back. I have to forge my own sword. And I don't have my college computer. Literally, my taxpayer money is going to a police force that is incompetent when it comes to catching criminals, but has no problem with harassing kids at a swimming pool. Yeah. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? If our leaders are gonna pretend to be self-righteous, then they actually need to go and actually do something that's actually fucking righteous. Instead of pretending. Because nobody believes it. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.